that is where we're at, and we're going to begin. So shoulders, we're going to start with shoulders. So I'm going to have you grab your strap, and we'll come to standing. Okay. Yeah. So here we go. My strap, we have it, it's doubled, and I like to hold the buckle piece. And then we're going to reach up and side bend. So you could always take right foot in front of the other and then side bend left. I think you get a little more when you bring one foot in front of the other. And just looking up and looking down, relaxing your jaws, stretching, and lower. Do the other side, left leg in front of the other. Come up again, inhale, and side bend. So stretch with your left arm, top arm reaching up, and lengthen. I'm having trouble balancing. So breathing. Inhale, exhale, and release, and come on out. I was half on my mat and half off, and that was throwing me off, so I'm going to get on the mat. Okay, so bringing your right arm up and your left hand back, and then instead of folding forward, you're going to try to take the strap away from your back. So try to take the strap away from your back. Look directly ahead of you, breathing in, exhale, and again, breath in, and exhale, and then you're going to shoulder floss. So you're going back and forth, flossing your shoulders, getting them to move. Maybe a wider range of movement, over and over and over. And then reverse. Left hand up, right hand back. Strap is away from your back if possible. And just standing forward, looking ahead of you, maybe looking upward, breath in, exhale, and then we start to move the strap, flossing your shoulders. This is so good for those of you who do rowing, scullying, is that the word? Dorying, I think it's all called rowing. Okay, paddling. And then just go over a little more, woo, and over a little more, good, and release, okay? So on this next one, you really don't need a whole lot of strap. You can determine, I think, like I folded mine twice, and I think that's going to be okay. So it's the halo, okay? This is really great for the shoulders. So I want you to go back. I know we think halos are up here, but oh no, this one encircles your head. So you're going to go in front of your face and behind. And you can go fast, you can go slow, okay? And you can lean a little side, that's fine, or just stay center. And then reverse it. Good for swimmers as well, Elise. Ooh, freeze your shoulder. It's so freeing. Okay. And then you could continue that way. Or if you're a little more open, you could attempt without the strap, okay? So without the strap, you claw your hands, and then it's the Ganesha grip. So you have that interlock that doesn't come undone. And you try, remember to go back. And some can do this, but the arms are way up. I mean, that's fine. But if you get more movement with your strap, then go back to the strap. But if you can do this without, then try it. Okay, it's like a magic trick. And then do the opposite. Come up with the silliest things, don't I? Okay. And one more. Okay, good. And release. So hands are right onto your shoulders. Elbows touch. Up, down. We're going to come down and let your elbows touch each other and touch your knees. And then up, back, down, exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Reverse the direction of the arms. Exhale down and inhale up. Good. And release. So the next two do work shoulders, but it's actually pranayama. And we're going to do the wood chopper's breath first. So your feet are as wide as the mat. I like to think of so I don't have to talk it through the whole time. One thing you think about, your arms are going to be kind of locked out. We don't do that very often in yoga, but yep, they're going to be locked out. You interlace your fingers, locked out. You won't be bending, okay? But you're going to bend front. When you come down, let's try this and we'll put it all together. When you come down, you bend your knees, you fold at your hip, and you're going to come down. And then your breath, when you exhale, it's going to be ha, ha, ha. So let's come up, extend, breathe in, and then hold. Let's say a 4-second hold. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale through your mouth, ha, ha, ha. And you're really, you're letting your whole body go really soft except the arms. So let's put it together now. Eyes are open the whole time. Okay. Arms are straight. Legs are straight. Inhale, arch back. Hold, 4-second count. Exhale through the mouth. It's more aspirated than it is like a sound. A voiced. Inhale, hold, 2, 3, 4. Exhale. Make sure your neck is relaxed. 2 more. Inhale. Last one. Wood chopper. And release. Whoever made that up certainly has never chopped wood. Okay, so put your axe down. And then from here, the other one is your elbows are at your sides, and really at your sides, not just hanging out, but pressing in. If you had an important document, stays. Okay, and clasping. Okay, so we're going to start out. Exhale, have your feet together, bend your knees, extend your arms from here. You're trying to contour your body to a big beach ball, let's just say. Chin tucked in. This is just the movement. Elbows tucked into the sides, elbows slide back, palms are facing each other, fingers spread wide, and you're looking up. Exhale through the mouth. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Tuck your belly in. Inhale. Last one. Inhale. So really drawing your shoulder blades together, elbows as if they're reaching back, but as if they're magnetized. They're reaching towards each other, and then release. Good work. Yeah. Since we seem to be on a little roll here, we'll do another one. These are all like different types of pranayama breathing exercises. You interlace your fingers, and your hands are just under your chin. Okay. So once again, your feet are together, and you're going to take your elbows together and lean in. Elbows will touch your knees, okay? And then it's all going to be nasal breathing. Inhale, elbows open up, your hands stay connected to your chin, and you're looking upward, and then exhale through the nose, looking at your toes. Inhale through the nose. Open the arms out like butterfly wings opening out, and then exhale. Don't overdo your neck. So we're trying to open from the upper spine. Don't overdo cranking your neck back. Inhale. Exhale. Last one. Inhale. Exhale. And then done with those movements. It's a really nice one. So have your feet wide and heels turned in, toes turned out. You're going to drop down. And if you're okay with it, come down into a squat. So there'll be 3 of these. Okay, so you come down and maybe your heels touch down, hands are to heart. Or you might be modifying if it's too much compression. Breathe in. Exhale. And then hands are going to help you to press up into a forward bend. So, of course, you can have blocks nearby. Blocks nearby are good. You can straighten your legs out, not locking out. Release the back of your neck and breathe. Let's come to the second squat. Drop down, lengthen the spine, hands are to heart, breathing in, exhale. Use your hands to push so you kind of save your knees. And then as you're here, take your hands to elbows and maybe rocking, swinging from left to right. Yeah. And let's come to the third squat, the last one. Stretch your back. Breathe in. It's fine. Also, some like to sit on a block. That helps. Okay. Breathing in. Exhale, and then come to your forward fold. Now this time you're going to bring your feet all the way together. You can have your knees soft or knees are straightened. And pause, stretch your back. Just stretch out your back. Breathing in. Exhale. Soften the knees. Come out. Sweep the arms out to the sides. Palms touching. And hands to heart center. Taking hold of your foot. And when your knee is pointing down, heel towards buttock. And lower, and the other side. Reaching, heel to buttock. Have your other knee pointing down, not forward. You might need a strap, that's fine. And if you need to hang on to a chair, that's okay. And release, okay? So let's try this. Once again, I know some really need a strap. That's fine. And what I want to show, I'm going to reach with my hand to foot, but we're going to do it again. But if you're using a loop, sometimes a big loop is more helpful because it's easier to get your foot in there. And then try to have it, it might go to your ankle, but can you get it so that it's really at your foot? And that might be most helpful, okay? So here we go. First side again. Yes, hang on to something if you like. And reaching, right hand, right foot. And you're going to just come forward. And you can go forward a little bit. You can hang on to something. Yes, we're getting into the quads. And just take a moment. It's fine to be more upright. And some of you can be upright and grab with both hands. You never know. Breathing in. And exhale. Another way to work it is I stay upright, but I kick my leg back. And I squeeze shoulder blades together. And then release and come out. Other side. So there's so many ways, right? I like them all, so I'm kind of going through them. So maybe I'll just be standing. Maybe I'll kick forward. You don't have to go into your deepest dancer's pose because we're not all that warmed up yet. I'm just working the quads. And again, maybe you'll take both hands back, holding. But then you can't hold the wall. And then you're going to kick your leg back, squeeze the shoulder blades together. And the flossed shoulders should be happy right now. And maybe you'll come forward. And release. So that was, maybe not the deepest arch, but more of the quads. All right. So let's come to our horse. Heels turned in, toes turned out. Drop down Instead of pitching the weight forward, let's be upright. Interlace fingers. Breathe in. We're going to do nasal breathing. Exhale. And breath in. And exhale. And again, breath in. And exhale. And then push heels right into the mat. All right. Feet are squared. We're coming down. You can use blocks. We're going to walk towards the right foot. When you walk to the right foot, you might use your block. You might be able to reach your foot and bring your head to your knee, head to right knee. Walk across the opposite way. Lengthen the spine. Exhale, bringing your head to knee. And back to center, hands onto the low back. Come on up, and then you could walk or jump your feet together, landing with bent knees. Okay, so we're still getting into the quads, and we'll do our Crescent Moon and work that way. So I'm getting ready for the pose. Some like to have blocks handy. So have your blocks handy. Let's say right leg is back, right knee is down. And stretching forward. So using blocks is fine. Just move your head a little to the right and to the left. Stretching your right hip flexor. And breathe. Mm-hmm. And then let's just see what happens. So you're going to bend your back knee and straighten. Bend and straighten. And so it could be pointed foot and straighten, or try flexed. That's more intense. And release. And then let's just relax the back leg and take your arms up into the air. Crescent Moon. Reach, lengthen. Breathe in. Exhale. And really press forward as you reach back. Now, hands are together. You're going to bend your elbows. Elbows pointing up. And then you undo the prayer hands. Your hands are flat against your back. Looking ahead of you or upward. And release. We're going to turn towards the right. Right hand is on your back, thigh, or the back of the knee, calf muscle, and you're turning. It's an open twist. So I'm turning to the right, away from the forward knee, and arm up into the air, and breathe. Good. And then from here, we're going to come back to sitting for a moment. So it means it's going to be half spinal twist. So I come over, my left leg over the other, right arm up into the air, breathe in, and twist left. Right elbow comes across left knee, turn, 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 and look to the space behind you. And then we'll come out, and we have downward facing dog. Okay, so come on back. Blocks can move out to the sides. Hands are spread wide. Curling toes under, and press back and pedal. Bend one knee, press opposite heel down. Back and forth. Back and forth. Straighten both legs. Sits bones reaching up. Come to upward facing dog. So you're in plank. And bring your knees can be up or down. I have my knees down this time around. And lift, look up. Press back to child's pose. Lower your head, stretch out your back. Contemplative silence. So had I said a form of communication. How could that be? A form of communication. Yeah. Breathing. When I saw it, when the image I had of Japan, now there was a little talking going on, the three strangers just meeting and talking about the bird, and then it fell silent, and we just watched her. I think it was a her. We just watched the bird. And even that silence was a kind of communication, right? Let's come back. And downward facing dog, stretching it out. Now this time, you're going to take your right leg up and swing your right foot forward so that when we come into this, it's the left knee that's down. Okay, for me, this is the second side. I hope it is for you as well. So your left knee is down. Okay, so you're pausing, maybe using your blocks, and breathe. I'm adjusting my foot so that my knee and ankle are in alignment. When we're a little tighter, we're back here. That's okay. Whatever it takes, wherever you need to go to get a good stretch. And then let's go ahead and reach the arms up. Sweep the arms up. Palms are together. Look upward and breathe. And then from here, an open twist. Oh, let's do this. We didn't do this yet. Bend, your favorite part, right? Bend and straighten. It's intense. Flex. If that flexing creates Charlie horses, don't do it, okay? Extend, point, bend, woo, and release, and then flex and come into the pose. Now, we're going to lift and turn left. So it's away from the forward bent knee. So where is your hand going to be? Reach up and take a moment here. Good. And then releasing. Now for a twist. For the twist, we're going to sit back and take your right leg over the other. Some of you are straightening your left leg. That's fine. Left arm up into the air. Reach up high and take your elbow across knee, stretching the outer hip, and twist. Pop, pop, pop. So my back is communicating with me. Okay. It's our happy pops. And then release. And we'll come back to downward facing dog. So blocks might be in the way here. So we're coming back. Spread the hands wide. Press on back. Take a moment here. Breathing in. And exhale. Come forward to plank. And let's go Chaturanga Dandasana. So you're lowering right onto the belly, extending the feet. So again, the blanket needs to be under the pelvis. Can't just be under the legs if you're using it. And press up into Cobra. And the ancient yogis saw Cobra as, they were fascinated by the Cobra mostly because the Cobra sheds its skin. And it has this chance to renew itself, so you can, shed your old skin and renew yourself. That's a really cool quality, isn't it? And lower, and then press back to child's pose. Take a moment to stretch into your back and breathe. Now, we're going to sit on, if you can sit on your heels comfortably, that's fine, but I'm thinking of sitting on a block or two, so you're in Virasana, and it is actually, like some can't extend, so they go like this. I think that's even harder on the knee. So, if possible, you're extending, and sometimes it just helps, and we've all seen, Vester really builds that up, right? And so, be inspired by Vester. To lift up so that you're in a good position and you're not compromising your knees or your feet. Okay, so, and then as you're here, maybe you're able to press back. Okay, maybe you're like, oh, I could do this, but I have to have one leg straightened. That's okay too. And, you have a second block. Maybe you can lean back. It's kind of narrow. I've never done that before. It's too narrow. Okay. So if you can lean back, you lean back. But you definitely would need more than one block because the elbows are a little wider apart. And breathe in. Exhale. We're going to come up. If you can do Supta Virasana, go for it. You've got the green light. Go for it. We are going to make our way to a standing pose. You're going back, and then walk forward. So once you walk forward, have your feet together. Look ahead of you. Fold in. Soften the knees. Come on up. Sweep the arms up. Palms touch, and hands to heart center. So we have eagle, and eagle, when after you undo your legs later, you're going to come to a warrior 3. And if you want to undo the arms and reach for the floor, you have your blocks handy, okay? I'll just guide you along. So kind of giving you an overview, because sometimes you can't watch and do, okay? So your right leg, so make sure both knees are bent to start with. I always see people trying to wrap around a straight leg. It just doesn't work so well. So bend, then you can wrap. And this is my lower leg. It's pointing forward, okay? Left arm over the other and wrap. And breathe. Press elbows in towards each other. Now here's where we unwrap. Maybe your hands are going to reach for blocks, or maybe you'll come forward to a warrior 3, okay? It's a variation on warrior 3. And you're looking down, and you might be surprised at how open your legs are just from how we worked earlier. Breathe in. You could flex the ankle in the air. Yeah. Keep your arms the way they are. Bring your right foot back, heel down. Oh, I'm off the sticky mat. And reach the elbows up. Wild thing. It's what it's called. And clasp hands behind the back. I'm going to shift so I have my feet are safe on the sticky mat. Squeeze shoulder blades together. And come to humble warrior. Left shoulder to the inside, left knee. Lower your head. Top of the head looks to the mat. Your eyes gaze at your right big toe. And breathing. Lower your hands. It keeps going. Left foot goes to the outside left mat. Left side of the mat. Left arm goes to the inside, like it wraps inside and then around the back. And you're going to square your pelvis again and just have a nice hip opener here. Breathing in. Exhale. Undo, unthread the left hand. Bring your right foot forward. Pause in a forward bend. Breath in. Exhale. Soften the knees. Come up. You should feel very accomplished. Palms touch. Reach up. Arch back. Hands are to heart center. So we're going to do the second side. And it's a little unusual the way we're linking poses together, but you're doing it. Now you have a better idea, like I have a better idea. I don't want to end up half off my mat. And I have a better idea if I want blocks handy. Okay? So concentrate, contemplative silence, hands to heart center. Bend the knees, eyes are open. Arms at a T position, left leg on top of the other, wrapping. Right arm on top of the other, and breathe. Unwrap the left leg. If it's really hard for you, undo the arms as well. And if you can, you're going to look down, balancing. So it's intense because your right leg has to be strong, supportive, and stretched. The muscle spindles are long and strong. Keep the arms interlaced if they are, and then come back to, it's a hybrid pose. It's a warrior, and with the eagle's beak. That's quite the warrior, and you're lifting up. And there's a yoga teacher who dubbed it the wild thing. Okay, that's why I call it the wild thing. Breathing in. Exhale. Unwind. Unwinding feels really good. Open your arms. Clasp your hands behind the back. Roll the shoulders back. This is not about sinking into your low back. It's opening the upper spine. Humble warrior. So what is it to be humble? What is it to eat one share of humble pie? Yeah. You're coming down and you bow your head. You bring your right shoulder to the inside, right knee. And I think every day in life we have humbling experiences, right? And it could be something like just standing. It could be something like standing before a mountain, a real mountain or a mountain of a person, and just being humbled. And that's okay to be humbled. It's actually, it is a part of life. Breathing in, and it's good. And then coming up. Hands are going to come down. Bring your right foot to the outside, outer edge of the right mat. And then bringing your right arm inside the ankle and around, and then lower your pelvis and breathe. Deep breath in. Exhale. All right. And then let's step back. Woo! Into plank. And just like you're gathering your muscles, you're going, yes, I'm strong. Gathering your muscles. We're going to come to side plank. Your knee can be down as you come up. I'm going to suggest a different way. You could do whatever you like. You can do this. You can go into scissored legs, balanced. Or bring your top leg forward. So your top leg, meaning that's my right. Okay, top leg comes forward. My feet are facing the screen. Now, my lower leg extends, and I've got a lot of support from this top leg. And breathe. Reach the arm up overhead. Shift your hip up high, and then come to the regular position. Let's try that the other side, okay? So come over. You can try it out by, I'll turn around, by coming into the modified. Or trying this other way. So your left foot or your back foot comes forward, toes pointing towards the screen. The lower leg extends. You're leaning on the outer edge of the foot, And there you are. And you have a lot of support with this leg. So push the foot into the mat. 90-degree bend at this forward leg. Breathing in. Exhale. And feel the core. It's a really nice, I could say, it's kind of this middle place where you can work and you can access your core differently. Okay. Come out. Bring your knees down. Press back to child's pose. Roll out your wrists. Head down. Make soft fists. Soft. I don't want you to grip. And see that your wrists are all loose, loosey-goosey wrists. And your thumb side down, and you're going to gently pummel, lovingly pummel your low back, your sacrum, and make a sound. I'm doing it like kind of strong. I said gentle. No, don't. You want a gentle fist, but you want to, like, because it feels really good. And then come towards your lumbar and up as high as you can. And let's come to sitting. And same thing, you're going to shake out your legs like thunderous movement. So loud. If you have neighbors downstairs, they're going to be looking up and going, oh, they're doing yoga again. No, they won't know it's yoga. Press, 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 press. Good job. Take your strap. Have a block handy. It's going to be legs up in the air on your back, okay? But we have taken to strapping the legs together, and it's really neat. It works, okay? So if you use a towel, you have to kind of tie the towel, I guess. This can be done without. It's just an extra bonus. So I have the strap mid shin bone, and I'm going to tighten it. It's tight. It's not so tight. I know, I have to say this. Sorry, don't roll your eyes. I have to say this, but I don't want it so tight that it cuts circulation. You'd be surprised. I say it for a reason, because some people are so tight. I'm like, it's scary tight. So I want it tight, but not scary tight. I want it tight, but it's not so tight that it's cutting my circulation. I won't say it anymore. Okay, I've done that. And then you're like, well, how am I going to get the block in place? Well, lower your feet, lift your pelvis, slip the block underneath. You should be able to still do that. And it's going to be higher on your sacrum versus lower on your sacrum, if that makes sense. Because when you come up, it should feel very comfortable, all right? Your legs might be bent. Your legs might be straightened. I'm really not going for, real deep. I want 90. We want this. After all that I said, mine's a little tight. Can you believe that? Okay, so I just adjusted it. And it's like, okay, that's much better. And your feet are relaxed. Fluid. Energy can move back towards the heart. Your heart is so relaxed right now. Your neck aligned. Go ahead and take your hands to the back of your head. Lift your head using your hands. And then release your neck down. Let's have the arms at a T position. Palms are facing up. And breathe. How could something so simple feel so good? You may wonder. Let your face feel smooth. There's no worry lines. There's nothing like that. There's no pain lines, furrows. Your face is relaxed and happy. We're going to hold just another 30 seconds. All right. And then we're starting to come out. Now, see if it's too tight. It's not going to slip off easily. So you might want to just, bring it down, slip one foot out, then the other, see what is possible. And then have the block still in place and extend your legs. You're in floating bridge. Now, usually I move up about an inch, so the block is lower on the sacrum rather than higher. It's the exact opposite, right? And you have this nice hip flexor release. Arms are up overhead. And breathe. Just take a few rounds of breath here. You should feel a nice sense of evenness across the pelvis, a little, newfound space around the belly, the navel, solar plexus, stomach. And then bending the knees, push the pelvis up, lower, ooh, and come to happy baby. Reach for your feet. Elbows are to the inside knees. People try to do it from the outside, but then it limits you. So if you take your elbows on the inside, hands on the outside feet, and stretch your lower back, and breathe. One more breath here. Inhale. All right. So we're going to take your strap again. And I know, usually, you know what? If you can hold and extend and go cross without a strap, don't use a strap, okay? But if you need a strap, go ahead and use it. I'm going to use it. I don't always need it, but I'll use it. For encouragement, why not? Now, you have your strap, and you can really pull. And what you're doing is sometimes you just have the strap in place because you'll need it later, but you can hold your foot. Or you can do this twice on each side. So extend your leg out to the side as best you can. Left calf muscle touches down. And up and across. Yeah, I have a funny story. I was teaching online yesterday morning, and someone kept pounding on the door. Oh my goodness, they were relentless. And I can't see, the windows are, I have a coating on the windows, so people can't see in. You can see shadows. So I don't know if it's a man or woman. I mean, there's someone pounding, and I'm like, oh, I'm teaching. I'm not going to get the door. Let's do this again. Come into same leg. This is the second go-around. Then she comes around to this back door. This is the door that leads to the parking lot. The entrance door is on that side. So now it's a woman, right? So I didn't know that at the time. And boom, 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 knock, knock, knock. And I could see this face looking in, trying to see through these windows I have. There's no way. You can't see. And then she goes around to the front again. And I'm like, my goodness, what's going on? I'm just going to ignore her. Let's go out to the side. So then she sits down, because I could see she's just decided, she's figured out I'm teaching, and she's going to sit there until I come out. Oh my goodness. So she sat there probably 20 minutes, and my class was over. I could see her sitting there quietly. Let's come across. Same leg. Same leg. This is the first side only. So after class, I know you're just dying to know. I open the door. I go, and she pops up, and she says, I want to sign up for your classes. Said, I'm not doing in person yet. But why? Why? I'm vaccinated. Are you vaccinated? I said, yes. But I want to join. My husband wants to join. Please. It was so funny. And let's go the other way. And so anyways, that's the story. And so I just got her information down. I said, you'll be the first one to know when I start offering classes here. She was very determined. Here's the second side. You're holding, maybe you're holding a strap, you're holding your foot. Remember, the 90-degree bend is important, and you externally rotate. So my knee is pointing to the screen. And flex the ankle of the foot you hold. So everything, you're safe. You've got this form, you've got this alignment. You're bending your elbows, engaging your biceps, shoulders are relaxed. So everything is working for you. Now extend the leg out to the side. Do, do, do. I was talking and I can't remember I think this is the first time around. We'll get it. Breathing in. Some of you may have been in that class with me, and I was like, I don't know who it is. Maybe it's like the construction people telling me something important. Because there's a big building coming in where Spuds was. Let's come across. Twist, extend your arm, and breathe. Exhale. Flex the left ankle. Okay, one more time, one more time. Hopefully it's not your, yeah. Okay. And maybe lifting your head, bringing your head towards your foot. And then using your strap as you, boom, kick your leg out to the side. And hand coming across. Stretch, extend, breathe. And release. And then let's take it to bound angle. Soles of the feet are together. Now, there is a little trick here, and some of you know it. It may not be necessary, but the closer, you have two blocks, the closer they are into your hips, the more support they give you, so you could actually relax more. But the reverse is true too. So like, I'm pretty open to this, but I can bring my blocks way out, and then a part of me, it's like my outside calf muscle relaxes into it, and I can really relax. So the fear factor of going further than I want to go is gone. Mm-hmm. And you may not need this, but maybe you're like, yeah. But again, I like to try things on. Sometimes it's not a matter of needing the blocks, but it's a matter of experiencing this pose differently. Interlace fingers, press palms up overhead, and breathe. And exhale. Remember this beautiful adage, less is more. Less is more. And then release, and we're going to extend the legs. Have your feet wide as your mat, palms facing up, and take a moment to completely relax your back. I read you the haiku by Isa. As you are settling onto your mats and going into your place of silence, of stillness, I'll read it again and guide you through a little something. Find yourself tuning in Find yourself in absolute presence. Find yourself communicating wordlessly, even the internal words, not there. So it's like a communication. You're listening to your body. Maybe you're communicating with the silence that you hear. No words required. And the haiku by Isa, in the city fields, contemplating cherry trees, strangers are like friends. And my imagery for you is just slightly different. It's not necessarily city fields, but it's a park. And it could be a park you know very well. It could be one of our many Seattle parks. What comes to mind is Seward Park, because it's one of the oldest forests remaining in the city. And I would like you to imagine yourself on a trail, and again, it could be anywhere. I'm in a city park, and I want you just to stop in your tracks, and you see a tree, and you see the bark like you've never noticed it before. It's really beautiful, and this bark has been protecting the tree. It's like the skin of the tree, the crusty skin of the tree, protecting the tree from the heat in the summer and from the cold in the winter, from the winds during the windstorms. And in your contemplative silence, you don't even notice that two other people, you've never seen them before, they also have stopped in their tracks, and they are also contemplating and observing, tuning into the same tree. And wordlessly, the three of you stand and wordlessly communicate. A squirrel comes by, a common squirrel, and scampers up the tree. And you just watch it, sort of delighted, watching it scamper up the tree, stop, look at you, and scamper again. And he thinks he's hiding from your view, but he's not. And now he relaxes and starts to groom himself. And you watch with utter fascination something so simple takes on great value to you and the strangers who now are like friends, watching the same little miracle of life unfold. And you notice other things. You notice little bugs zooming by that you may not have even noticed. They're so tiny. You wonder at their lifespan. One day, 1 month. You see a bird in the tree. You look a little higher up. You see the sky beyond the tree, broken up by the branches and the leaves. And And then you're just going to take another deep breath in. Bring yourself back to your mat when you're ready. Bring yourself to a seated position. Take your time. And you're welcome to turn on your audio